Celtic fans have been adjusting to a new reality today after last night's shock resignation of manager Brendan Rodgers, which was then followed by a vitriolic attack on him from the club's major shareholder Dermot Desmond. We reflected on the events with the STV sports journalist Ronnie Charters. What a 24 hours, Ronnie. That's tumultuous. Just remind us what happened last night.
Yeah, so 9:45 roughly is when that first bombshell dropped. Brendan Rodgers had tendered his resignation and he was no longer the Celtic manager, and that in and of itself was a huge moment, I think, in Scottish football and in Celtic's history as well. Brendan Rodgers, a huge manager for Celtic, one of the most successful managers in the club's history, no longer the Celtic manager and gone. And that was rippled through. I mean, text messages, the phone was going, everyone, we had to run back here for the late news. It was such a big moment. It felt like a big moment within Scottish football. And yeah, Brendan Rodgers, that huge name of Scottish football, no longer the Celtic manager, was such a huge moment. But then there was more.
Well, that's it. It was remarkable, the statement from major shareholder Dermot Desmond. I don't think I've ever seen the likes of that.
Unlike anything I have ever seen or read in my life, and definitely in my career anyway. No sooner had the Celtic statement that Brendan Rodgers was gone out, then came a statement that you could only describe as a toxic language by a man that's normally so quiet. This was a character assassination of one of Celtic's greatest ever managers. It was an extraordinary statement that had so many accusations. Brendan Rodgers being divisive, ensuring that there was a toxic atmosphere in and around the stadium that meant the board was getting it in the neck. He was self-serving. And he basically, well, the end of the statement was quite pointed in that no one person is bigger than Celtic Football Club. It was a statement that you had to read 2 or 3 times to make sure that you weren't being duped. It was huge. And again, it just shows that Celtic airing their dirty laundry in public, it's not something they often do. So when they do, by goodness, do they do it in no half measures.
Now, we know that the fans had been unsettled for much of the season. But last night, they couldn't have expected anything like that. What's their reaction been?
You got to feel for the Celtic fan that went to bed at 9 o'clock last night and missed all this. I know. Yeah, I think we were today at Celtic Park gauging the reaction of the fans for the news coverage, obviously, and the fans are still in shock. They can't believe this is a thing. They can't believe they went to bed with Brendan Rodgers as the Celtic manager and woke up with Martin O'Neill, and also woke up with Dermot Desmond basically aiming a rocket launcher at Brendan Rodgers and his reputation. The Celtic support is divided on this, it's fair to say. There is this civil war that's still ensuing between the board and the Celtic fans. But I think today you saw Celtic support that is just looking for answers. There is very much a case of you're either Team Brendan or you're Team Desmond, and today it was seeming as if a lot of the flack was going both ways, but of course to Celtic's single largest shareholder.
A man who doesn't care about the club, a billionaire who's... When was the last time he was at a Celtic game? When was the last... He's too busy on the golf courses, and he needs to go.
I actually can't believe it. He said he was staying for 3 years and he left.
I think he should have went after the cup final last year, to be honest, because his football wasn't good. He wasn't getting enough out of the players.
So that's the fans speaking. Celtic have kind of reacted quite quickly, maybe even unexpectedly. They've taken a former manager, very successful manager, Martin O'Neill. He's back in the hot seat, been assisted by Sean Maloney. Now, they were speaking today, so I'm sure they had interesting things to say.
Yeah, absolutely. The king is dead. Long live the king. Martin O'Neill straight back in. And we were there, obviously, for STV, and I genuinely had to sit there and couldn't believe my eyes that Martin O'Neill was back as the Celtic manager. It was so... And I don't think he could believe it, quite truthfully, as well. He's 73 years old, he's got all the experience in the world, but I think even the occasion got to him a wee bit as well. He could tell there was a bit of nerves there. He doesn't know what's coming ahead. You know, he had Sean Maloney to his right, a sort of younger seeming up-and-coming manager, but he was also very humorous. He took everything in his stride. He was in great form, but there was a serious tone to it as well. He knows this club is in crisis. He knows this club needs stability, and a lot of it now is on his shoulders.
It's the easiest thing in the world to say that when a club is successful, it has everybody going in the same direction. That doesn't seem to be the case at this moment. So really, that's it. Whether I'm able to do that or not is in the lap of the gods. But but I think winning football matches has always been the main contributor to fans and the club being together. So that would be it, winning football matches.
So very briefly, Ronnie, who's likely to replace Mark O'Neill when his interim period ends?
The name of Ange Postecoglou is ringing around every part of Celtic Park at the moment. There are many different names. This will rumble on. We understand they are drawing up a short list. They want a quick one. Wouldn't it be great to have Ange back in Scottish football again?
Ronnie, thank you.
Thank you.